Okay, guys. So what we were discussing in our last class, so we were discussing about user, public group, and queue. So user we have already discussed. We have already created a second user, and now our next topic is public group, right? So what is a public group? So public group is a collection of users. So right now we have two users, this one and the second user. So if you want to assign some permissions or assign anything, right? Uh, in bulk to different users, so you don't have to go one by one. You can just simply create a public group and you can assign those things directly into public group, like we have a WhatsApp group, right? So if we have to send some messages to different members of the WhatsApp, then you can simply combine these users in a group, and you can create a WhatsApp group and you can simply send a message in the group and everybody will get it, right? So in the same way, we have a public group in Salesforce. So you can create a group of different users. So whatever you will assign that group, it will be accessible with all the members of the group. So uh, how can you create that group? Let's see the way. You can simply write public group here in the quick find box. Here, manage user section, just click on public group. And here we don't have any public groups, so this is showing as empty. Now you can click on new. Give a name of the group, any name, whatever you want to give. So I'm just giving as admin group. You can give any name here. So public group is not only the collection of users, it can also collect other groups as well. So let's say you have three different public groups, 1, 2, and 3. So if you want to combine these three groups as well in a single group, then you can create a fourth group, and you can also combine these three groups in a single main group, right? So it is a collection of different public group and users. So right now, what we can do is you can simply select users here. So we have two users with the Salesforce license. The one is the admin user and the second one is second user. So you can simply drag and drop these two users to contain in this public group, right? And just hit save. So what will happen now? This public group, admin group has two users. So whatever you will assign this public group, it those permission will be assigned directly to the members of this public group, like the two users we have created, right? So public group is nothing, just a collection of groups or users, right? So I hope you guys understand what is public group, right? Any question on public group from anybody? Cool. So our next topic is queues. So as many of you are working in a support kind of environment, so you all are aware about the queues, right? So in Salesforce, what is a queue is, right? So queue is a collection of similar type of data, and you can have a queue member. So let's say you are supporting, I'm just giving an example. Let's say you are a network support engineer. So in network support, there are two type of supports you have. One is or you can say you have four different regions: APAC, EMEA, EST, and PST. So let's say you have four different time zones, those you are supporting. And what you can do is and the support cases are coming just to get support from a team. So you have different teams to support different time zones. So what you can do is, what your company can do is, they can create four different queues to have those cases based on the different queue, based on the different time zone. So let's say if you have APAC case, then it should go to APAC queue. If you have EMEA case, then it should go to EMEA queue, EST, PST simultaneously. Sorry. So this is how you can create queues, and you can have different queue members. These queue members can change the ownership and can pick the case to support the case. So it is not only for the case object, it can be with the lead object or any other object in which the queue is necessary. So the way here in Salesforce, you can simply create a queue by just typing it in the quick find box, and you can find it here. So let's just do it for the case itself. So just click on new, just give the name as, I'm just giving name as APAC queue, right? And queue email, if you want to give any email, you can give that, and send email to members. So if anything will come in the queue, it will automatically send an email to the queue members. So right now you have to select the on which for which object you want to create this particular queue. So I'm just selecting case because we are just discussing about the case. We have other object as well. For them you have to create, you can create a queue, right? So now we have selected the object. Now you can select the queue members as well. Those queue members will directly the part of this queue, and then they can change the case ownership. They can assign the case to uh, them or anybody, right? So let's say if I will assign two queue members of this queue, these queue members will be the part of this particular queue called APAC queue, right? So just hit save. This queue is created, and if you will hit, let me just go back. As we don't have the case tab here, let's just click on the plus sign. Let's just find if case tag, yeah, case tab is here. So you can see here there is new list view is created, APAC queue. So if you will select the APAC queue, you will have all the cases here. As we don't have any cases here for the APAC queue, so you are not able to see any case here. But if you want to assign any case, you can directly assign it with the APAC queue. So we can have a different topic. We'll discuss how to assign the case in forthcoming sessions. But right now we don't have any case assigned to APAC queue, so it is empty right now. So queue members can see this particular queue, and they can assign the ownership, or they can assign the case to themselves, like you guys do in your support role in your companies. Any question on the queue? Okay, well, so now we have our major topic in Salesforce is called security, application security. So we have already discussed about the application security. So application security is divided into profile, permission set, role, sharing rule, this kind of stuff. So we have already created a user here in Salesforce. So let me just open that user that we have created, the second user. You can also open the recent items directly from this thing. So we recently opened that second user part, so it is visible here. So you can directly click on the second user, and it will be open. So here you can see there are two things, a role and profile. So as we have discussed in application security, profile is on the top. So guys, there are two type of security generally comes in under the application security part. Yeah, so in profile there are two type of security basically in generally comes with the application security part. One is the metadata security, and the second one is data security. So guys, are you aware about what is metadata? Can anyone explain what is metadata?
Metadata is like a software, uh, complete software, whatever is inside it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Anyone else?
Metadata is a structure and data is a moving entity.
That's correct. Anybody else? Just
Object
whatever,
def
just explain whatever you think about the metadata and data.
Sir, object definition is metadata and object record is data.
That's correct. So you can have different definition of metadata and data, right? As all you are aware about the metadata and data, and every definition is correct, right? So whatever you guys just said, everything is correct. So there is nothing wrong in it. So metadata and data. So as someone said, right, like the structure is metadata and the moving entities like records are the data. So basically in this software, in this Salesforce software, the structure, these tabs, objects, whatever you are able to see, whatever is built, right, is the complete software is a metadata. But the records, those you are saving into this into the tables, right, in like these records, these are the metadata. The record, those are the moving entities are called as data. But everything, the structure, the table, the columns, each and everything is metadata. So the complete software is defined as metadata, and the data in the database tables are called as data, right? So as I explained, there are two type of application security, right? One is the metadata security and the second one is the data security. So what is metadata security? Metadata security, let's say if someone is logging into this org and they want to access this sample object, right? But we have to decide as a system admin, as a Salesforce developer, we have to decide who should have the access of this particular sample object and who should not, right? Because this is the complete software, and if everybody will have the same access, then CEO will log in this org and he will see all the object and the tabs and everything, and a peon will log in. If peon has any work with this, then if he will log in with this org and he will have the same access as CEO, and this can't be possible, right? So you have to decide uh, based on their requirement, like if a user is accessing this particular software, then he or she should only have the access that is required for that user, right? So basically uh, so we need to define the metadata access for that particular user. And so let's say now I'm coming on the data access. So let's say this sample object has these 4 records, right? These 4 records are created by different users. Like Pratik Sharma has created 2 records, and the another second user has created 2 records, right? So basically, as an organization, the data should only be visible based on their requirements. So if those 2 users are are a competitor of each other, then they should not see each other data. If I will click on this sample tab and want to see the data, then I should only see the data related to my job, related to me, right? And if the second user is opening this table, then he or she should be only be able to see the record related to that user, right? Is that make sense?
Yes.
Right, it is simple, right? Like you are doing the same thing, right? Like if you are accessing amazon.in and with your login, with your username and password, so you are only able to see your orders. The orders are placed by you only. You are not able to see you will not be able to see the users the orders created by or requested by other users, right? So that particular thing is designed to you only. So you have the access only for your orders, right? So same thing we have in Salesforce as well. So here we have two type of application security. One is the metadata security and the second one is data security. So metadata security uh, generally defined like if you have the access of this sample object or not. If you have the access and another user also have the access, then what kind of data you can see in the sample object will be defined based on the data security. So first we will discuss about the metadata security. So right now, as I discussed, metadata security and data security. So we have these topics related to application security. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide these topics based on metadata security and data security. So guys, this is very important class actually. So you will get 70% of your interview questions based on today's class, right? So just remember that. So for metadata security, we have only two things called permission set and profile and permission set. And for data security, I am moving all these entities here. Or you can do this, do like this. So basically we have two things, two type of security in Salesforce. In application security, we have two types, metadata security and data security. So first we will discuss about the metadata security. So what is profile? So profile is basically decides if you are able to log in this particular org, then what all are the things you can access. So let's say you are visiting to someone house, right? So if you are in 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 from the main gate, then what all are the rooms you can access. So this is what we can define here in Salesforce as well. So let's say you are able to log in here, then what all are the object tabs, fields, each and everything, applications, apps, right? Page layouts we have discussed, right? Each and everything will be managed by profile only. So every user generally have a single profile basically. So what is a profile? Profile is a collection of permissions that you generally assign to a user, right? And a user generally have at least one profile all the time. So not at least, user will always have one profile, right? It cannot be more than one. So profile is a set of permission and you have to assign that set of permission to a user, and a user can only have maximum or minimum one profile, right? Clear guys? So the user will always have one profile. As you can see, both the users have one profile assigned to them. As these are the standard profile, we have not created any profile yet. So we have two users created, the one and the second one. The first one has a profile called system administrator and the second one has a profile called standard user. So let me just open the profile and then I will see what all are the permission you can manage using a profile. So guys, this is the structure of the profile. So in profile, you will see each and everything. So the first thing is the name of the profile, the user license. We have Salesforce licenses, right? Is it a custom profile? No, it is created by Salesforce. So it is a standard profile. It is not a custom profile, right? Console setting, we'll discuss console in forthcoming lectures. So now the first thing is page layout. So as you guys already aware of what is page layout. So page layout is a thing, a structure that you generally get on record date, detail page, record edit page, right? So whenever you generally click on a new button, a, a page generally opens, and that is the page layout, right? So as you can see, you have different standard and custom objects here, right? So the page layout assigned for that particular object, you can define directly here, right? So let's say account has different page layouts. So you can see what all are the page layout assigned for this particular profile, right? You can see different profile and the assigned page layout for different profile. If you want to edit and you want to change the assignment, you can simply click on edit assignment and change that, right? So you can decide which user will see which page layout for that particular object, that you can change directly from the page layout thing, right? And the second one is called field level security. So field level security we'll discuss after this. So you can handle field level security directly from here. So as you are already aware, we have object and fields, like we have tables and columns, right? So you can restrict or you can give access using field level security to a particular profile. What all are the field accessible for that particular profile? So let's say they have the access of account object, and in account object you have a particular field called revenue. So if you don't want to give the access of that revenue field to every profile, then you can manage that particular field level security based on the profile level. And the second one is custom app settings. As you can see here in this drop down, you can see all the apps, right? Because all the apps are assigned to your profile, right? But if you want to restrict a user to see a particular app or many apps, you can directly make changes here in this section. So you can simply disable here. You can simply disable this checkbox and they won't be able to see that particular, the particular app. Then tab settings, right? We'll discuss this tab setting in detail, right? So tab, these are the tabs. As you can see here, these are the tabs. So if you don't want to give access for any tab to any user profile, then you can restrict a tab from here, or give access from here, from the tab settings. So we have different type of tab settings we'll discuss. And then we have record type settings. So we'll study record types in forthcoming sessions. So just leaving it right now. And then you have administrative level permissions. So here in administrative level permissions, you have a lot of permission. If somebody can code, somebody can integrate, somebody can chatter, right? So these are the permission that somebody can do in this particular org. So these are the permission defined only here in administrative permission section, right? And then general user permission section, what all are the things, that general things that he can access, like he can activate orders, he can access activities, manage article, manage cases. So these are the permission. He can run report, send email. So these are the some common permission, and that generally comes in general user permission. And now we have standard object permission. So we have a lot of standard object in Salesforce. So you can see the list of all the standard object here in this section. So we have basically 6 type of permissions, right? So basically 4 type of permissions are related to metadata, and these 2 type of permission related to data. So we will discuss these 2 type of permission when we will discuss data. But right now we are only discussing about these 4 permissions: read, create, edit, delete. So what is read? You can access, if the read permission is checked for a particular object, then you can read the record from that object. Create, you can create new record. Edit, you can edit existing record. Delete, you can delete uh, existing record from that object. So you can change these permissions, right? So if you don't want to give a delete permission to a group of users related to that profile, that you can directly remove permission from the profile, and all the users those have the same profile will not have the delete access for that object. Same you can do for custom object as well, right? You can also have custom object. So same thing you can do with custom object as well. After that, you have different session settings: desktop integration client, password policies. So for session settings, you can set like for how many hours a user can be inactive, right? And the password policy is 90 days, 3 password remember. So these are the password policies. Login hours, we will discuss login hours uh, in coming lectures, right? And login IP password, these are the related permissions for code. In development part, we will discuss all these related permissions, right? So right now you are aware like what all kind of permissions you can give using a profile. Like we have page layout, field field level security, custom app settings, tab settings, right? Record type settings, administrative permissions, and general permissions. So these are the permissions you can hold an object. Standard object CRUD permissions. CRUD means create, read, update, delete. So CRUD permissions you can also give using profile, right? So basically now we have a lot of standard profile. So there is a drawback of the standard profile. You can access the standard profile, but if you will click on edit, there are only certain things you can customize in standard profile. You can customize the apps, you can customize tab level security, but you cannot customize administrative permissions, right? You cannot customize general user permissions, right? You cannot customize standard object permission, right? So these are the things you cannot customize in standard. So generally we create our own profile, our custom profile, so that we can customize each and everything we available in the profile. But right now we don't have any custom profile, so we have assigned standard profiles to our users, right? So you can clone and you can create your custom profiles as well. And why we need to clone? Because there are a lot of permissions, so you can't give the values for each and every field. So it's better. So Salesforce have already given the functionality to clone a profile, so that you can create a new profile and based on your requirement, you can assign the permissions. So right now I'm just opening the profile, all the profile we have in Salesforce, the standard profile. So you can simply, go to profile. You can simply type profile in the quick find box. And here in the manage user section, you will have that profile link. You can simply click on this profile link and you will have all the profile visible, right? So we have total 36 standard profile, but you don't have to worry about these standard profile. So basically there are two types of profile as already discussed, custom profile and the standard profile, right? So basically we have a standard profile called system administrator. So this profile generally calls as the admin of this particular org, right? So if somebody has this particular profile, then it means he or she can do each and every task, each and every customization in Salesforce. So that is why our first user was assigned whenever we signed up this particular org, this particular user was assigned as system administrator, because system administrator can only do customization, can only change the metadata and the data security, data settings. And any other user, those don't have that system admin profile, they can only do their work. They can only create data, they can only access the data or delete the data based on their profile permission. But system administrator can change metadata of this org, metadata access of this org, they can automate the org, they can do whatever is required to customize this org based on company requirement. So we can create some more profile. Let's create one profile, and then that profile will assign to this standard this second user, right? So you can create a profile by just clicking on new profile button, and you can clone. So we'll just clone the standard user profile. There is no required thing just to clone by standard user, but I'm just cloning it because standard user profiles generally have balanced balanced permission, so that it is easy to customize it from the standard user profile. So I'm giving name as batch 91. So batch 91 will be the name of the profile, and I'm just clicking save. So you can see we have created a new profile called batch 91, but this profile is not assigned to anybody yet. So we have cloned a standard user profile and created a new profile called batch 91. So let's assign this batch 91 profile to our second user. Let me just do that. So you can simply edit this user. Only system administrator can do this. And here in the profile section, if you will check, the batch 91 will be available here in this drop down, because you have created this batch 91 profile, right? So I have just selected the batch 91 profile and just saved it. So guys, be remember, right? A user can have only one profile at a time, right? Because he can only have one type of permissions, but a profile can be assigned to multiple user. I can assign this batch 91 profile to this user or this user, and all the three will have the same level of access, same type of access in this org, right? Got it, guys?
But Pratik, if, for example,
Mhm.
the second user wants to access something in the application that is not, um permitted for a standard user, so additional
Okay.
roles cannot be given to that
So you are asking, like,
user.
let's say three user have the same profile, right? And someone from these three users wants some extra access, then how we will permit that?
Correct. Yeah,
Correct.
correct.
We will come to that point after this topic.
Okay.
So there are ways, right? So we are going to discuss those ways as well. Okay.
Okay.
Any other have any questions till now? Any question? And guys, no question is stupid. Just ask whatever is in your mind. Anything. Okay, so I'm thinking everybody is okay till now, right? So as I said, many users can have same profile, but a single user will only have one profile. So we have created this batch 91 profile, and we have assigned this batch 91 profile to this second user. So uh, I'm going to log in another browser with this second user so that we can see what all are the things we can do with this second user thing. So let me just open another browser. What is the username for the second user? This is the username. And password is same, test@1234. Verify code. Okay. Check the mail on my mobile to verify this. Verification code is 27721. You can disable it by just giving the IP restriction in your profile, right? So we'll do it later. So now we are logged in with this profile, right? So you can see all the apps are accessible by this user. You can see here. So if I will access this sales app, so it is able to access all the tabs because we have not customized these tabs for this user. We have customized these tabs for the another user, the system admin user, right? So he is able to see all the tabs. And like if I will choose Star Pharma app, then he is not able to see any tabs, right? Because we have not given any access of any tab to this particular profile because it was not created earlier, right? So this profile was not created earlier, so this profile doesn't have all the permission of all the tabs, right? So you can see, guys, you can directly go to here, and you can check, you can open that batch 91 profile, right? Here in the batch 91 profile, if you will look at it, right? Let me just open that tab settings. See here, guys, in the custom object section, this particular user don't have any permissions like read, create, edit, delete. No permissions are available here, right? For this particular user profile. That is why he is not able to see, this particular user is not able to see any tab because he can't read the record, he can't create the record, he can't edit or delete the record, right? So before assigning this permission, this particular user don't have any permission, right? So what you can do is you can assign the permission to this particular user, right? And then he will be able to access all the tabs, right? So basically based on the custom object settings, you can do that, right? You can also manage that based on the tab settings, but in tab you can see that tabs are already open for this user. Let me just show you. Tabs are already default on, tabs are already open for this user, but it doesn't have any object level access. So tabs is just a gateway of the object. So this particular user don't have any tab visible because these are tabs are the gateway of object, but this particular profile doesn't have that object level access. So it is blank now for a Star Pharma app. So we'll discuss this. And if you will open the sales app as well, so you can see leads are accessible with this user, right? So if I will go to profile and will click on edit, and you can see all the permissions, the correct permissions here. So in the lead object, this particular user have all the permission. He can read, create, edit, delete, read, create, edit, delete, and you can see if he will click on lead button, lead tab, he will have that new button and he can create a new lead, right? Let's just do it. I'm just clicking on lead, right? And just saving it. So he has created a lead and now he has the button to edit the record and delete the record, right? So you can see both the buttons are available here. So if I will click on edit and let's say if I want to change the company name, I'm able to do it, right? There is no restriction. If I want to delete it, I can do the delete as well, right? There is no restriction, guys. But if I will go ahead and change the permission on this profile, so let's say I don't want this user to delete or edit the record, right? I just want to create or read the record of lead, right? And I can simply change the settings of its profile and hit save. Then as soon as it will refresh the browser screen, he won't be able to see the edit and delete button, right? Because now it doesn't have the access on its profile to delete or edit the lead record, right? So that is why each and every permission we have in Salesforce, the metadata permissions generally controlled by the profile thing, right? So by using profile, so let's say you don't want to you don't want to visible this lead tab to this user, right? To this user, you just want to hide this tab for this particular user. So you can simply go to its profile and again add it. And here in the tab settings, you just need to find the lead object. Here we go. So lead object is here. And if you will open the drop down, there are three type of settings: tab hidden, default off, default on. So we can just change the order: default on, default off, or tab hidden. So what is the use of default on, right? So if a tab is default on, then that particular tab will be visible in this particular pane, right? In the front of this window, here in this pane. Default on, that tab will be visible in this pane, right? Default off, the tab will not visible in this pane. If you will click on plus sign, then that particular tab will be visible. That particular tab will be visible here. So default on tab will be visible here, default off tab will be visible here, or if that tab is hidden, that particular tab won't be available here or here, right? So let's just do it. Let's just do default off first, right? So I'm just changing it to default off the lead and just save it, right? And if I will open this user and will refresh the screen, this particular user won't be able to see this lead tab. See here, the lead tab is now not available here in this pane because we did a default off. But if this user will click on plus sign, that particular lead tab will be available, right? Here you can see the lead tab is available, but it is not available here because we have changed the setting to default off. But let's do it as tab hidden. So you can go ahead and just do tab hidden here and hit save. So we have just changed the setting to tab hidden. You can just verify it. You can see the lead tab is hidden now. Just go back to that user, refresh the screen. Now it is not visible here or here as well, right? So tab hidden. So if you want to give the access back, then you have to change the profile to give the access of that tab, right? So this is how you can change the tab settings. So tab settings generally have three type of settings: default on, default off, tab hidden. Default on matlab visible here, default off here, and tab hidden, the tab is not available for that user. Okay, cool. So just go ahead. What we have in profile, and now application, right? So right now this particular profile has all the application access. So as we have created, you can see here in the drop down, this particular user have all the access. We don't want to give any other access to this user. We just want to create, we just want to give the Star Pharma app access to this user, so that this user can only work on Star Pharma app, right? This particular user is related to Star Pharma app only. So what we can do is we can remove all other access. Guys, till this line, these are the apps. These three are the communities. So we'll discuss these communities later on, right? So till Sun Pharma, we have apps, and we don't want to give any other access except Star Pharma. So we can change it, right? So you can simply open the profile of this user, the 91 batch 91 profile. You can simply hit edit, and here you can see the custom app settings. Just remove each and every button. This default is like which will open by default, which will be selected by default. So I'm leaving Star Pharma app as checked, right? Or just making it default as well, right? So we have removed each and every tab access, right? Every application access, and just gave him that Star Pharma app access. That's it. Just hit save. And now just go back to that user in Mozilla, just refresh it. You can see that drop down is not available, and by default that Star Pharma app is selected because this user don't have that object access related to Star Pharma app. That is why the tabs are not visible. Let's give the access, then it will be more visible here. So I am just going to give object access as well for all the Star Pharma apps. Let's say just right now I'm just giving read access for all the object, right? So that tab will be visible. Okay, so it is saved now. Just go back and refresh the screen. You can see all the tabs, those are related to Star Pharma app, are visible here. So he cannot change the application right now, but he is able to access that Star Pharma app because by default this particular user has that access. So this is how you can change it. One more thing we want to discuss. So let's just check what is field level security. What you can do with field level security. So right now you have two users, the system admin and the second user that has the batch 91 profile. So the system admin is this user, and the batch 91 profile we have is second user. Both the user have access this particular hospital object, right? Both the users. Let's give some more edit access as well, so that we can just consider that thing. I'm just giving all the access to these use only for object, right? Just giving this access, just hitting save. Now that user will have that new button. Just refresh it. Now we have the new button. So if you will click on new button, you can see this particular user have access of all the fields, right? And at the same time, if system admin will log in, let's just change the app, and this particular user has all the same access, all the same page. But I don't want to give the access country and state to these two fields. I don't want to give these two field access to this user, this particular user. I don't want this country and state field access to this user. So guys, there are two ways to remove the access from here. The one way is you can remove these two fields from the page layout, right? from the page layout, but page layout, the same page layout is accessed by both the users. So if I will remove it from the page layout, both the user will not have the access of this thing. Either we have to create another page layout and we have to manage it based on the profile. But right now we have not discussed about the record type, so I'm just leaving that part. So now you can access this country and state. Who have just joined? Okay. So I just don't want to give that country and state access to this user from here. I just want to give the hospital access. Each and every access will remain same, but I don't want to give the access to country and state. I don't want any input for the country and state field from this user, right? So what you can do here is you can simply go to the profile of this user. Let me just open the profile. You can simply click here to open the profile. Directly you can open the profile here from the recent item, or you can just type profile here in the quick find box, right? So I'm just opening it from here, and here you can see all the standard and custom objects are available in field level security. So account, asset, so you just need to go to custom object hospital, just hit view. So now you can see this particular user have a read or edit access for all the fields, right? So we just need to edit it. So we don't want to give the access of state and country, right? So you can simply remove the access of country and state. State is here. So just remove the access of country and state and save. That's what you need to do. Now you can see the country and state will not be available for this particular profile. So now you go back, just refresh it. Now you can see country and states are automatically removed without doing any change on the page layout level. Because we have removed the main source access, the database access for these two fields for this particular profile. So you can change the field level security. So guys, let's say every time you create a new field, let's say if I want to create a new field or new object or new tab, right? Then every time this particular Salesforce org generally wants the permission for each and profile. So let's say if I want to create a field on hospital, if I will go to view field and create a new field, and if you will select a field called, let's say, checkbox, next, then it will ask the name. Let's say I'm just giving gender, and next. Now it is asking for field level security because you are creating a field. Then it is asking like this particular field will be visible for which profile. So if you will click on this button, then this particular field will be visible for all the profile. I have asked you to just ignore the step every time we create a field, but right now you can look at this particular step, right? So what this particular step is asking, right? So you can see here it is asking like this particular field will be available for which profile. So let's say I only want this particular field will be available for batch 91 profile, right? Then you can simply hit next and save. This is how for page layout. So now it is asking like if this particular field will be available for hospital page layout or not. Let's say yes, right? So now if I will click on hospital and new with system administrator profile, then you can see that GEN field we have created is not visible here because we have removed the access from the system admin profile for that particular field, right? But if you will go with this batch 91 profile and just refresh the screen, then you can see that GEN field, the checkbox type is available, right? So this is how you can manage the profile permissions at the time of field label object creation. So every time, let's say if it is a like this is a field, so that is why it was asking for field label security. But if it was a tab, then it can ask for a tab settings. Let's say just create a new tab, as we don't have any pending tab. Let's do it. I don't know if it is. Let's create one more object, and you will be able to see it. So let's create one object, custom object, new custom object. So if I will type student, let's say student here, students, right? And just hitting save. Now I'm going to create a tab. So I'm just creating a tab. So just selecting student. Let's say this is the style. Next. So now, as soon as I hit next, so now it is asking, apply one tab visibility for all profile. Like this particular tab is default on for all profile, right? This is the first way. But if you don't want to visible this particular profile for all, this particular tab for all profile, then you can simply click here and you can change the settings. You can see all the settings here. So if you don't want to visible this particular profile for batch 91, you can simply click tab it in for batch 91, and every other profile will be able to see this particular tab. So I'm just going to hide this profile for tab 91, batch 91, and just you can just hit save. Next. Now it is asking for custom app. So in which particular app you want to give the access? I just want to give the access to Star Pharma app for this particular thing. So you can see here we have the Star Pharma app. Then this particular tab will only be visible in the Star Pharma app, and just hit save. Okay guys, so now you can see this particular student, this particular tab is visible here, right? So you can create the student, but we have hide this here with this batch 91 profile. So if you will refresh it, you won't be able to see that particular tab. See, the student tab is not visible for this batch 91 profile, right? And every other profile will be able to see this, and it is only related to Star Pharma. So if you will change the app, this particular tab won't be available. So let's just change the tab. Now you can see the student tab is not visible here. Guys, any question till now? So did you understand what is profile, what all the things you can do with profile, and how it generally works, right? How many things you can do with the profile, and by changing the settings on the profile, a user permission will be effective, right? Any question from anybody? गाइस सबको समझ आ रहा है? फिर अगर कोई क्वेश्चन ही पूछ रहा है तो कोई भी डाउट हो पूछ लो. प्रोफाइल सबको समझ आ गया है? इट मींस
Yes.
right?
Yes, sir.
So by just changing the profile permission, you can change whatever metadata that particular user can see. So guys, one thing just remember, one user will always have one profile. So if anything will change on the profile, that particular user will be affected. But if more than one user have the same profile, so anything will change on the profile, all the user related to that profile will be affected, right? So always remember that thing. One user will only have one profile, but a single profile can be assigned to multiple users, right? So we have discussed about each and every
I have
go ahead.
So whatever providing access for different users with the things which we did, field level access and everything. So we were doing it with the system administrator profile.
That's correct.
So are there any other profiles? Are there any other profiles, standard profiles through which like we can do this?
No, we don't have any other profile with the same permission. But what you can do is you can clone the system administrator profile and create a custom profile. And as you just cloned it, so you will have the same permission in the custom profile as well. So by using that custom profile, you can do all these customization. Right?
Okay.
And there is one more benefit to
Yes.
cloning the system administrator is you can also edit that general user or system level permission as well. Right? So we were not be able
Okay.
to
Yeah.
do that changes
Yeah.
in the system administrator, but if you will clone it and create a new custom profile, let's say you are working in a company called Pfizer, right? So you can give a name as
Yeah.
Pfizer system admin. So in Pfizer system admin, what you will be able to do is you can change each and everything, and again it will remain a system admin, but you can change each and every
Yeah.
permission, right? Any other question from
Right.
anybody else? This is fairly simple, yeah, but you need to understand the structure. Lot of the, even if you are working on Salesforce, you have to deal with this profile thing on everyday basis. So that is why I said this is a very important class. And I am taking the risk to record it as well on company server. So guys, just listen it carefully. If you have any question, just ask. Don't think about the question. Just ask whatever is in your mind. I'm here to answer it. Okay, so let's go ahead. So now Sneha asked a question earlier, like let's have three users. So let's say we have three different user, user one, user two, and user three. I'm just taking a scenario, right? And this user one has a profile called batch 91, and user two also have the same profile called batch 91, and user three also have the same profile called batch 91, right? But and by this particular hierarchy, it means that user one and user two and user three all have the same access in this org because they have the same profile. They can only do the same things, right? They can have the same access level in Salesforce, right? Okay, so now see guys, so let's say user 3 wants to access some more things. As you are aware, in batch 91 thing, we have only one app access is called Star Pharma, right? The batch 91 user, as you can see, can only access the Star Pharma app, right? But the user 3 wants some more access related to marketing app, right? He wants to do something. His manager asked to do something related to marketing, right? So he wants the access of marketing app, right? But if I will change the profile and give the marketing app permission, then each and every user related to that profile will have the same permission. Am I correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
It is very simple. So if you will change the permission on profile, each and every user related to that profile will have the same access. But our question is, we just want to give the access to user 3, right? So we don't want to give the access uh, to anybody else. So we have a solution. What we can do is we can create one more profile and assign to user 3. This is the solution, right? We can
Yes.
change the profile of this user. This is one solution, but in Salesforce, this is not recommended, right? This guys, listen to me carefully. This can be the interview question, and this will definitely an interview question, right? So one solution we have is we can create a different profile and we'll give the access of marketing app to that profile and assign that to user 3. But in Salesforce, this is highly recommended to make profile as minimum as you can, just for maintenance purpose. If you will have lot of profile, then it will be very hard to manage it, right? You can create it. There is no restriction to create a new profile and assign to user 3. But as a best practice, as a recommendation from Salesforce, you have to keep profile numbers as minimum as you can, right? So for a single permission, you can't go ahead and create a complete new profile and assign that to the user 3, right? This is not recommended. So what you can do is, so guys, there is one question. Just let me know. So you guys have D2H connection in your house, right? Everybody has that D2H connection.
Yes.
Either it is a Dish TV, Airtel, Videocon D2H, anything, right? So what you generally do, right? So let's say in general scenario, you generally pick a package, right? So this is my 400 monthly package, and you are getting these channels, right?
Hmm.
Right. So let's say किसी को cricket का शौक है, right? So he wants to see a particular channel called, let's say, Star Sports, right? And that particular channel is not included in that package. Then what he or she will do? They will change the package, or they will ask for a particular add-on.
Particular add-on.
Add-on.
Guys, it is fairly simple. So now this is giving the answer. So you should not create a new profile to just get one single thing access or two single thing access, right? You just need to ask a add-on. So guys, we have a next topic called permission set. It was not sharing actually. It was permission set. Sorry guys, it was my mistake. So sharing is related to here, right? So permission set. So permission set is basically an entity by which you can extend whatever the permission is available on the profile. So you can create a permission set as in the add-on, like you have for D2H connections, right? The same thing. So they will give you a Star Sports as add-on. So we can give a marketing app permission as an add-on using permission set, right? So you can create a permission set, and a permission can be directly assigned to a user. It is not related to profile. It can be directly assigned to the user, and permission, and you can just give that particular permission to the permission set, and you can assign that permission set to the user, and that particular user will have that access that is, that is in the permission set. He will have the access whatever is in his profile, and moreover he will have the access whatever is assigned to permission set as well. And as user 1 and user 2 both don't have the access of permission set, then they will not have the permission whatever is assigned to permission set. Is that clear, guys? Is that clear?
Pratik, can you repeat once?
Yeah. So we have a thing called permission set, right? It is just like profile, right?
Yeah.
But it has blank permission for all, matlab no access for all the things, right? All the entities we have in Salesforce, he has no permission. So you can tick one checkbox for a particular permission that you want to give using permission set, and you can assign that permission set to user 3. It can be directly assigned to a user. So user 3 has now two access. One access, whatever is on his profile,
Batch.
and
Okay.
plus permission set, because he
Okay.
has now have permission set as well, right? So he has two permissions, batch 91 and permission set. So the marketing app permission is coming from permission set, and batch 91 is the common profile for all three. So all three have the same access, but this user 3 has the permission set. So it has extra access whatever is in the permission set.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do it practically. So you will understand it better, right? So now, as you can see here, so this particular batch 91 user only have, right, that Star Pharma app access. That is why that particular app drop down is not available, because for a single app, there is no need of drop down, right? So what we need to do is, now we need to create a permission set, and we'll assign that to this particular second user, and that particular user will have that marketing app access, and that this marketing app access, and this particular user will be able to see that drop down, and only two apps will be visible in that drop down. One is Star Pharma and this marketing app. So we are not touching this batch 91 profile. We are just creating a new permission set. Okay. So what you can do here is, you can simply in quick find box, you can type permission set here. So from the manage user permission, you can permission set. Right. So we have some permission set available, standard permission set available. So you can just skip that. We will discuss them. We don't need to discuss these. So you can simply click on new. Now You can give the name of the permission set, and I am just giving as marketing app access. Right. And here it is asking for license, just leave it blank, because if you will choose the license, then only that particular license user can only be access this particular permission set, right? So see here, it is written here. So guys, this is highly advisable to read all the text. If you are doing something, then read all the text related to that. If you choose none, if you plan to assign this permission set to multiple user with different user license, right? Then you can choose none. For a user specific license, then choose the license that is available. So I'm choosing none because we can assign it to different license user. So now, so guys, not everything you can give using permission set what is available in the profile, but major part of the things you can access. So you have certain permission you can give using a permission set, like you can assign any app, you can assign connected app. So connected app we will discuss in integration part. You can change the object setting like read, create, edit, delete. You can change the app permissions, Apex class, Visualforce. These are the part of the development, right? And here system permissions. So these are some type of permissions you can change using a permission set, right? So we have to assign app. So I'm just clicking on assigned app. Or if you don't think that you are able to find anything, you can simply type it here, right? So in assigned app, you can simply click on edit. Here, so we need to assign marketing app to this. So here you can see there is no app assigned to this permission set. So everything you will find as none for this permission set. So this permission set is blank for each and every permission. So we just want to give the marketing app access to this permission set and save. So now this particular permission set has marketing app access, right? But we have not assigned this permission set to any user yet, right? So we need to go to user to assign this permission set. Open the users, right? And we need to assign this permission set to the second user. You can simply open this user, go down, and here you will find a related list called permission set assignment, right? So you can simply edit this assignment. And here we have created a permission set called marketing app access. You can simply drop it here. So this is the permission set we have assigned to this user, and save. So now you can see here this particular permission set is assigned to this user. So let's say you just want to give the access for 30 days, and after 30 days you can simply come and delete this as well, right? So it is up to you till when you want to assign this, right? So now if I will come to this user and will refresh the screen, you can see this drop down is available, and this particular user have only two app access. One is Star Pharma, that is based on profile, and the marketing app that is based on the permission set, right? Guys, two or three things that you need to remember in terms of permission set. The first most important thing is permission set can only extend the permission of a profile, right? Matlab, whatever profile permission you have, you can only create a permission set and you can only increase the permissions, right? It cannot decrease. Did you understand my question? You can only increase the permissions.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? You can only increase, you cannot decrease. So if someone will say, let's say, I don't want to give the Star Pharma app access using permission set, that won't be possible. Because if you want to remove any permission, then you have to do changes on profile, right? And if you want to do it for a single user, then again, there is only one option to change the profile.
Create a new profile.
Create a new profile. So this is a most important interview question, guys. Be remember that. So if you want to reduce the permission of a profile, then you have to create a new profile. If you want to extend the permission of a profile, you can create a permission set and assign that permission to a particular user or multiple user, right? Second question, a permission set, a single permission set can be assigned to multiple user. So if I want to assign this marketing app permission set to any other user, I can do that. There is no restriction in that. Okay, and one user can also have multiple permission set. Okay,
Hmm.
is it clear, guys?
Yep.
Okay, any question till now? So we are now completing the metadata level security of application security. Any question, guys? I'm just taking a 2-minute break. Just need to have some water. Till the time, just think, if you guys have any question, you can type it, or you can just ask me directly after 2 minutes. I'm just taking a 2-minute break. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Any question or we'll move ahead?
Pratik, I have a question.
Yeah.
So, for example, we need multiple users with
Hmm.
a profile plus a permission set.
Okay.
So, for example, we need 10 users.
Hmm.
So, is it okay if we create a new profile? I mean, I understand that it is not a best practice,
No, no,
but
actually,
since we,
let me tell you. So it is based on your calculation. So let's say you have 50 users, right? And 50 users are having the same
hmm,
profile, let's say sales manager, right? And you just want to give extra
yeah,
permission to 10 to 15 users,
correct.
right? So it is not feasible
Yeah.
to create a new profile. You can simply create a profile permission set and assign to it. But if you have 50 users, right?
Okay.
And you just want to give extra
Mm-hmm.
permission to, let's say, 25, 30 users. So then it is better to create a new
Okay.
profile. So it is your own assessment.
O-
Like, but if it is lower count, then you can create a permission set. And if the count is higher or permissions are higher, it
mhm.
is also depend on the permission. So let's say you have some permission, those are not available in the permission set, then only you have to create a profile.
Hmm.
And if the permissions are higher, then it is better to create a new profile. So it's totally depend on your
O-
assessment. But the best
Okay.
practice is, like, if interviewer will ask you like what is the best practice, then it is simple that profile count should be as minimum as you can, right?
Okay.
You should
Yeah.
keep it
Yeah.
like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
So I'm thinking nobody have any question, right? There is nothing in the chat window as well. So I'm thinking no, that is it for the metadata security. So if for the metadata security, you have the same exercise, whatever I did, just create two users, right? And you can uh, create two different profile and assign to them, right? And change for the one profile and just check if it is reflecting to that user as well. And then you can assign the same profile to both the user and just check by assigning a permission set, that if that a single user, right, with the permission set have extra access or not, right? So you can do it, right? So now we are coming to data security. So guys, what is data security? Data security is a very important and very big topic here in Salesforce. So basically, by using data security, what you can do is you can manage data access. Data means record access. So I'm just giving you a live scenario. So uh, based on the Star Pharma app we have created, so let's say we have two sales rep, right? Both are visiting to hospitals to give samples or get orders. So let's say these two sales rep are working in a same territory. Same territory means like the same area. So let's say they are working in Noida, right? So they have both the users, both the sales rep have their own target, and they are meeting to, they are doing some kind of marketing and getting the leads from that market and storing the information into the lead object, right? Based on whatever record they are creating, right? But in the lead object, the permission, there is no data security available. So everybody can see everybody's record. So the user A, the sales rep A can see sales rep B record, and sales rep B can see sales rep A record. And then they can give some extra offers to their customers, right? To the other guy customers, and can, uh, can get uh, the business of other user, right? So just to complete their target. So this can happen, right? So we have to put some data security so that they can both can only see their record, right? So this kind of, right, this kind of things we can implement, right? But as we did with profile and permission set, there is also a hierarchy for data security. So to restrict more restrictive permissions we can do with, so we have a thing called OWD. The full form of OWD is organization wide default. Void default, right? Or there is one more name of this is called sharing setting. So this is the more restrictive uh, thing we have in data security. If you want to give some extra access, then we can use roles. If you want to extend the access, you can give roles. If you want to extend more, then you can give sharing rules or team sharing. Or team sharing. And if you want to extend it more, or then you have manual sharing. There is one more thing here, but that is very advanced, called territory. So we are not going to discuss in our class. So, but you should remember it. There is one more thing called territory, but that is architect level thing. So I'm not asking you to just study that. You can skip that. And not every organization generally use territory, so you can skip that. So right now, this is our basic structure for data security. Our very basic restrictive permission is called sharing setting, or you can say organization wide default. And then you can just improve, or you can give more access by using role, and you can use sharing rules to just override role and team sharing and manual sharing. So these are the, from OWD to manual sharing, these are the more restrictive to lower restrictive thing, data security we have in Salesforce. So we will discuss sharing setting first. So here in sharing setting, so let's say I'm just going to open the sharing setting thing here. So if I will type sharing setting here, I just want to give you an overview what we have in sharing setting. So guys, here is sharing setting. So here, or you can see organization wide default is another name, right? And here you have all object. So sharing setting, in the sharing setting, you can see all the standard and custom object are available here. You can see standard and custom object are available here. And default access, default internal access, right? What is default access? So there are 4 type of mainly permissions we have, or we will say 5 type, right? Which are the 4 type of permissions we have in OWD? One is private, right? Public read only, public read write, public read write, or public read write and transfer, right? And there is one more, controlled by parent, So you will find these 5 type of value in sharing settings pick list, this access level pick list. You can see public read write transfer, you can see public read write controlled by parent, public read write transfer, public read write, it is also public read write, that is why it is right full access. There are other things, but these are the 4 main, and we'll discuss other things as well. So right, so these are the 5 main things, main type of access level we can set. Every change you will do in this sharing setting will apply for complete Salesforce org, right? So if you will change anything in the lead object, any setting for the lead object, that will imply for the complete Salesforce software, this software, right? So guys, what is private? So let's just discuss first about what is public read write. Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of public read write? What do you
So it will
think?
have read and write access
Right. So
for all users.
currently you have the same thing, right? So you can read everyone record, you can edit everyone record, right? It means there is no restriction available, right? What is public read only?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all the users will not have read access. It will be read only.
So basically,
Read only means grayed out, like they cannot edit.
that's true. But in Salesforce, it is defined by ownership. So let's say if you will see, right,
Okay.
every record has a ownership in Salesforce. So let's say if I will open the sales team, so you can see or team owner. So every record has a owner. Every lead, account, contact, every object will have a ownership, right? So basically, so let's say we are talking about lead object. Okay. So let's say we are talking about lead object. So let's just discuss what is control by parent. Just start it from the below. Control by parent, we will not discuss here in detail, but you will understand it, right? So let's say there is a master detail relationship between two objects, right? So as you can say, account and contact are having a master detail relationship. So a company can have multiple representative, right? Contact is the people information, account is the company information. So we have already discussed that. So let's say account and contact has a master detail relationship. So if you will set control by parent in contact, then whatever the access level we have in account will be applicable on contact. So did you understand that? Why I just said?
Uh, no, Pratik.
So let's say we have object A and object B, right? In object A and B, both have a master detail relationship with each other. So let's say A is the master and B is the child object. Got it till now?
Okay.
So let's say
Yeah.
A has a access level as private. The OWT setting for A is private. And
Okay.
OWT setting for B is set to control by parent.
Okay. Yeah.
Then the object setting, the OWT setting for B will be again private because it is controlled by parent. And who is parent? Parent is object A.
Control person.
And what is the setting we have for A is
Yeah.
private. So again, the private will also be applicable for the child object,
Object B.
Chat.
right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Is that clear, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now second permission is public read write and transfer. So guys, it is very simple. Public read write, anybody can read anybody's record, anybody can write anybody's record, right? For that particular object, it doesn't matter who has created the record, but anybody can see and anybody can edit that record, right? Transfer, what is transfer? It is basically for transfer the ownership. So anybody can transfer the ownership of that record as well. So if the thing is public read write transfer, then you can transfer the ownership of that record to another user as well. Is that clear? Guys, say yes or no, because it is very important. So without your answer, I won't be move ahead.
Can you elaborate more on this transfer?
Yes.
Transfer, right? Let's say, let me just open the record, right? So this is the record, right? And this record is related to PH hospital, I mean account object, right? So you can see there is a owner of this record is Pratik Sharma. So you can change the record. So if read write transfer is available for this, then you can change the owner of this record to another user. Is that clear?
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right? So fairly simple. It is just to there is one more extra permission to transfer the ownership, right? And now public read write. Public read write, again, anybody can see or anybody can edit anybody's record for that object, right? Public read only. Public read only is fairly simple. You can see everyone record, but can only edit your record. Your record means in which you have the ownership. Is that clear?
Okay.
Means public read only means you can see everyone record, but only edit your record in which you have the ownership. Right? Fairly simple.
Yes.
And then the most restrictive permission we have is called private. So guys, see, listen carefully. If a object OWD is set as private, right? OWD permission is set as private, then it means you can only see record in which you have ownership, right? I'm repeating it again. You can only see record in which you have ownership, and you can only edit the record in which you have ownership. I mean, it is simple word. You can only see or edit your own record, right? Nobody will be able to see or edit others' record if OWD is private for a particular object. Is that clear?
Yes.
Any question, guys? We
So,
will implement it, but I'm just asking for now. Any question from anybody?
so
So
can
it's
we
a
transfer?
public
Can
read
we
write
transfer
wala
the?
option.
Guys, I'm not able to hear you. Yeah.
So in the public read write option,
Uh-huh.
that the user will be allowed to delete a record or not?
Yeah, if you are able to edit it, then delete. Delete will be able to based on the profile. If you have delete permission, you can delete it.
Okay, sir.
Public read write means no restriction.
Okay, sir.
Sir, when the sharing setting is private,
Mm-hmm.
can we transfer the record?
No, you cannot.
But sir, I am the owner.
You on for your own record, you can.
Yeah. Okay.
For your own record, you can do whatever you want.
With the private
Right.
access.
Yeah.
Okay.
Private basically restrict you based on your ownership only.
Okay.
Right? So if you have profile access to read and edit, you can do. Otherwise, if you don't have the profile access, you can't do anything. So profile will again remain basic. So I will just show you a thing, a slide in which you will understand what is the basic thing and what you all can do, right?
Okay.
So did you understand these four pick list values we are having in OWD?
Pradeep ji, one very minute question. Can you just
Yeah.
come up again for control by parent? The first
Control by parent. So let's
Yeah.
say you have an object called A, right? And
Hmm.
another object called B, right?
Hmm.
These both object has a master detail relationship. So let's A is a master, right? And B
Okay.
is the child.
Okay.
B is the child. And in OWD, this particular object has private access, right? And this is controlled by parent. B is controlled by parent. So control by parent means whatever the access level for OWD you have for your parent object will be applicable for child object. Like it means that child object will also have OWD as private because its parent object is private for OWD.
Okay.
Is it clear now?
Okay.
Fairly simple here. Anyone else?
Sir, regarding that public read write transfer,
Mhm.
so I am the owner of my account record or my lead record, so I can transfer this record to another ownership.
Right.
But this is a public read write transfer, and you are the owner of one of the lead record. So can I transfer your record to any other one?
No, no.
No, no.
If it is public read write transfer, then you can do. Yeah, you can do. You can
Means
do
I
other.
can transfer another record, another owner record.
Absolutely correct. This is what it is. Public read write transfer.
Okay.
You can transfer anyone's record. Okay. Okay, guys, no problem. If you don't have any question right now, you can have it throughout the week. You can ask me after practicing it. So that doesn't matter. So let me just show you things. Let's do some practical, right? So here in OWD settings, you can see here. So let me just remove the roles from each user. So we have assigned a role to a user. Let's just edit it and remove the role for this user. Right, so we don't have any role assigned. So we are just discussing about the sharing setting. Guys, one more thing I want to tell you, like if you will check the profile, right? If you will check the profile, there are two permissions you have, right? View all and modify all. for each and every object. Guys, listen carefully what I'm going to tell you. If a particular profile have view all and modify all checkbox checked for any object, I'm repeating it again. If any profile has view all and modify all object permission checked for any object, it means there is no restriction will apply on this object, right? It means this particular profile user can see all the record of this object and can edit all the record of this object. This particular permission will override each and every data security you have for that object in your organization. I'm repeating it again. If you have view all and modify all permission on an object in profile, it means there is no data security will be applicable for that object for that profile users. Any question on this? Guys, did you understand it or not? Just let me know.
Yes.
It is very simple, yeah. It will override each and every data security available. So let me just create some. Let me just get my mobile and let me just share you some slide. Give me a minute, guys.
Pratik, are you there? I'm sorry, I just got dropped off. I've joined back. I couldn't hear anything.
Just opening Excel. So the slide is not available right now on my system. Let me just create a Excel.
Oh,
Just to give you the things. So I'm just giving some column name as profile. Guys, we'll discuss all these things again in the next class because I don't think in this class, in today's class, it will complete. So don't worry, we'll have a recap in next class and then only we'll move ahead. All these things should be in sync. Outcome, and that's it. So let's just change the color of this. Now, so guys, basically I just want to tell you in combination of profile and OWD settings and what will be the outcome if you have the same things. So let's say for a particular object, so let's say we were just discussing about the lead object, right? So let's say you have CRUD permissions, create, read, edit, delete, right? So let's say you have CRUD permission for the lead object in your profile. Guys, जहां पर जिसको जो ना समझ आए, please ask me, please stop me and ask, right? So I'm just saying on profile, you for lead object or let's say account object, you have CRUD permission. CRUD permission like you have all four permission: create, read, edit, delete. And OWD setting for that object, for that account object is private, right? Then what will happen? What all are the access level you will have for account records? Can anybody guess?
CRUD.
I'm saying create, read, edit, delete permission you have on profile. OWD setting is private, right? Right. And now I just want to check if you and your friend both have records in the account object, then what all are the data restriction will apply in that particular object records.
That I'm not able to see the my friend data, my friend record.
Absolutely correct, guys. As OWD is private, right, you will only be able to see your ownership data in which you have ownership, right? CRUD permission will only define what all are the access you can do on an object. You can create a record, you can read the record, you can edit the record, you can delete the record, because these are all the profile permissions, right? So these four permissions, these generally allows you to create a record, read the create record, and edit the record and delete the record on account object. But OWD is private. It means you can only see. We have already discussed, if OWD is private for any object, then your access level will be restricted based on your ownership. Like you can only access all the records in which you have ownership, right? Is that clear, guys?
Yes.
Simple, yeah. There is nothing rocket science here, right? You can only see accounts, because we are just talking about accounts. You can that he or she owns, right? Owns means ownership, right? Right? Clear? Any doubt till now? Let's change it slightly. So now the object permissions are create or read only. And again, the OWD is private. Then what will happen? Let me just modify this and edit and delete. What will happen for this?
I think same as above.
Sorry.
He can now only see the account he created in the read mode only.
Guys, you should be able to answer it, right? At least try it like he did, right? So just try it. Just give me a
Only
yeah.
is same as above, because since the ownership is again is private, only self record could be only seen.
Right, that's true. What else? Harshit, I want you to answer this.
Okay, so create read is private. And okay, create and read is private.
It's the same thing as above. It can
Yeah,
only
same thing.
see and
Guys, listen to me. It is not the same thing as above, right? There are a lot of difference here. So see, first of all, you can see here, object permission is create and read only.
Right.
I want from everyone, right? I want the answer from everyone, yes or no. The profile permission is create and read only,
Okay.
right? So create and read only means you can only read the record, all record, and you can create a new record. You cannot edit or delete the record. It doesn't matter who owns the record. Because you don't have the profile permission to edit or delete, right? So you cannot perform edit or delete operation to any record. Doesn't matter you owns or any other one owns that, right? Is that clear? Because this is the profile permission. So you
Okay.
can only, on the metadata, you can only perform create or read permissions, right? And again, OWD is private. So you can only see record that you owns, because ownership is private, but you cannot edit your own record as well, or you cannot delete your own record as well, because you don't have the correct permission. on profile, right?
Right.
You can
Right.
only see your own record. You cannot see others record, but you cannot edit your or any record on in that table. You cannot edit or delete that. So guys, that is why I'm just creating this Excel, because these are the question, or if anybody can ask in you with you from in the interview, but these are the daily scenario you will face in working as well. That is why I'm just writing it. Only C accounts he or she owns, and as you don't have, you can just write it in your notebook as well. As you don't have edit or delete access, that is why you cannot edit or delete, right? Is that clear?
Yes.
Let's have one more scenario, right? Again, I'm just putting all the permission from profile, and here I'm putting as public read only. Then what will happen? Guys, सब अपना आंसर दो यार. अगर किसी ने सही दे भी दिया है पहले तो doesn't matter. Nobody is stopping you to answer this. सही गलत ये मैं डिसाइड करूंगा, और nobody is expert here, right? Just answer it.
So it will be able to see all the accounts,
Right?
but
Just able to see.
just able to see, no read, no edit, not delete,
Okay, cool.
not create. Yeah.
Cool. Again,
Sir,
Sneha,
as per my,
your answer is right, but it is incomplete.
yes.
Yeah, Harshit, tell me.
Sir, as per my understanding, I will be able to see all the records, but I am able to read, edit, delete for
My
those
own
records
account.
which are own accounts. Yes.
Right? So Himanshi, your answer is right. There is a little bit change in this. Create only your own data, right? Read all
Yes.
data. That's true. This is the right answer, right? So Himanshi, you can speak as well. You can speak in the class. You don't have to type it on the chat. You can just unmute yourself and speak, right? So this is right, guys. You can see all records, but can only edit or delete your own record. Right? Is that clear?
See all record.
Right? Chalo,
Yes.
let's change it slightly. So let's say you don't have any permission on profile, right?
Hmm.
And your OWD is again public read only. Wait, yaar. Nothing. And here you have public read only. Think, guys. I'm sorry, yaar.
सर सिंगल कॉमा लगा के आप कुछ टाइप कर दो, वो ऐसे पिकअप कर लेगा ब्लैंक.
Sir, I'm not a champion of this Excel actually.
I am that sir.
Okay. So no permission, right? So yeah, tell me the outcome. Guys, read it carefully and then speak. Your network is slow here.
Can I try?
You can type. Whoever is speaking, you can type. I'm
Sir,
not
the
able to hear you.
outcome would be that everything is like public read only, I can it's same as that I can see all the records, but I
No
can
man,
also
no man. Anybody else?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
As per profile, we don't have any permission, so I'm not able to any record of object.
Anybody else? Harshit, I will tell you if you are right or wrong after the.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Can you just repeat what you just said?
no access.
No access. Okay. Anyone else?
Sir won't be able to read any record.
Right. It means no access, right?
No access.
Yes, sir, no access.
No,
Absolutely correct, guys. So here, that particular user won't have any access. Any, like, if you don't have create, read, edit, delete permission, so it doesn't matter whatever is in the OWD, right? You won't have any access on that particular object, right? No access. Even the tab will not be visible for you, like we did, right? No access, right? Okay, then let's move to public read write. So let's say C or ED for profile, and here we have public read write. Read write, then what will happen? बताओ.
he can able to see
See
his
all
account,
records.
edit, delete, but only read and write permission in other accounts.
Anybody else?
Same.
See all the
Same.
records and edit all the records, but it will only be able to delete own record.
और कोई?
So one will have full access to his own record, but for others record he can only read or write.
Yes.
Sneha, just to correct you, delete permission is defined based on the profile permission. So public read write means public read write delete in the background.
Public. Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Tell me. The next one. Who is next?
So Pratik, it will मतलब delete भी कर सकेगा.
You're right. Right. The answer is
Full
Full
access.
access. Full access.
Okay.
right. The answer is full access, complete access, right, Himanshi? You're right. Full access, right? So he or she can edit, delete everyone's record or अपना record or सारे record वो if he has CRUD permission on profile and public read write is the OWD setting, then it means full access, right? Okay, just changing it slightly. Let's say if I'm doing it CR, create read access, and here we have public read write again, then what will happen?
So limited access without edit and delete.
Limited access on
Without edit delete.
edit, delete. Limited access, no, there is no limited access.
No full access.
Unlimited access, right? Unlimited access to read, but no access of delete and edit.
Edit.
Correct.
Correct?
Hmm.
Anybody, if anybody has any other answer, just tell me.
But can't he delete on others accounts like public read write OWD?
Who is speaking?
Aman.
Aman. See, Aman, as it has only create or read access, it doesn't have edit or delete access. So it doesn't matter who is owning the account. He won't be able to.
Yeah, I got it.
Right. He won't be able to edit or delete, right? So now full access on read, full access on read, but no access on edit and delete, right? I hope you guys now understand what is it. Okay. Any question from today's class? Because now I'm stopping it here. We'll repeat. We'll have a recap of this data security again on next Saturday, and then move ahead from where we are now stopping. Right? We'll move ahead from here. Right? We'll discuss. We'll implement it. Whatever we have just discussed. We'll implement all these 6 scenarios. Right? And then move ahead with the role hierarchy. Right? So just tell me. If you have any question related to today's class, I'm just giving you 2 minutes. So just think and ask.
Pratik, I'm not able to understand the last one.
Last one, right? So last one is fairly clear. So let's say if you have your profile permission of create and read, right? It means you don't have edit or delete permission for that table, right? But OWT setting is public read write. Public read write one means you can see or edit anyone's record, right?
Correct.
But as you don't have edit or delete permission, so you can only see all the records but cannot edit or delete, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Even
Anyone
he will
else?
not have the right access, no?
Sorry?
Yeah, edit is same as.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
he has mentioned no access on edit, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I got it.
no access. So guys, you can also change, you can also create more probability of this these scenarios, right? You can just create an Excel with like if CR has like private or public. I have mostly completed all the scenario, but if you have anything in your mind, you can create an Excel. If you are not able to find the answer, just send it to me and I will give you the answer. Okay. Just think it, right? What should be happen, or just realize it with based on the live scenarios you generally see in your daily life, right? Whatever the softwares you are using on daily basis, just relate it based on that and just understand what we discussed, right?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping nobody has any question for now. So now guys, you have Monday to Friday, right? I have given you enough exercise. Yesterday as well, I have given you some exercise. Now today you have to implement the complete profile and permission set scenarios. Also, whatever we discuss now, you just need to think about this as well. We will implement it in our next Saturday class. If you will have any questions related to these exercises, just let me know between Monday to Friday. I will find some time. If that question will be answerable in WhatsApp, then we'll do. If you need a class, then I can spare some time 101, or if more people have the same question, then we'll include them and we'll discuss this. Okay, guys?
Just one small update
Yeah.
on those yesterday's videos. So I have uploaded 2. The third one is still uploading, like it's taking a lot of time. The third one is like a bit larger. It's of 40 minutes, I guess. So it will be uploaded today. That's it.
Okay. So for today's recording, I will share this recording, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can share it on WhatsApp, because it's a 2 hours video. I don't know if I can share it. Otherwise, I will find another way to share it. Okay.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your time. See you again on Saturday. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.